things started. The Golden Gophers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So UCLA's offense takes the field. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward. Defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pratt. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So Minnesota's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job on it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Looking to go up top on first down. Floats it out in space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He finds his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now. Right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit, too, and got to hold on to that.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Johnson wants to throw it. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have it.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Pocket starts to collapse. It's complete to the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8 clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man man in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense.
And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Minnesota! That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
On the run, it's cracked. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Pulls it in. It's cracked. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Bruins are on the move. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
Well, this is a very well-rounded defensive line. They play this 4-3 scheme. They've got guys up front that can keep their gap integrity against the run, but they can also win one-on-one against the pass. And you just saw the speed off the edge by that DM.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quarterback adapting. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So after that pick six on the opening drive, a chance here to get a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown! have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You've got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going up top on first down. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make
the freshman able to get home with the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. UCLA will go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you...
He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll take a shot. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Minneapolis. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Huntington Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Bruins will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hope hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The Golden Gophers get enough for the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Johnson looking to throw. Makes his connection. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's got it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. He gets a block. Turns like that or why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, UCLA.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
28, Minnesota, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Johnson wants to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8 clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
He'll pull it down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds his big tight end. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet. Now, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He's going to pass. Might be looking to run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Johnson looking to throw. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw it again. He's open on the right. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. They're trying to get to it. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Shoots it to the left. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Comes out throwing on first down. Going up top. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage.
Going to take a shot. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, UCLA. And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. throws to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
A loss of 9 on the play. 3rd down coming up.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Johnson wants to throw it. Trying to get to it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Now, a 4th down.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the